Dear students, welcome to the session of coordinate geometry. So our topic is pair of straight lines. In the previous session we discussed what is the combined equation of the pair of lines, and if m1 m2 are the slopes of two lines, what is the relation between the quotient of x square, x5, y square and m1 m2, and what is the formula of cos theta. Okay, today we will learn about tan theta. If theta is the angle between the pair of lines, what is tan theta, and one or two applications. Angular bisector of the pair of lines, equation of pair of angular bisectors, and one application. And the last and final one today we will learn theorem, product of the perpendiculars. Okay, so first of all, what is tan theta? If m1 and m2 are the slopes of the two lines, that means slopes are exist. Okay, see this theorem. If a plus b not equal to 0, if a plus b is 0, what will happen? The two lines are perpendicular. So tan theta is not exist, tan theta formula is not exist for perpendicular lines. Okay, so if a plus b not equal to 0, and h represent homogeneous second degree equation, two lines passing through origin. Okay, so then what is tan theta? Tan theta equal to 2 into root of h square minus ab by a plus b. So now the given equation h is h is equal to ax square 2hxy plus by square equal to 0. This is the given equation. This represents two lines passing through origin. Let us consider, let y equal to m1x and y equal to m2x are the separate equation of two lines. Equations of two lines represented by 1. So already we discussed the relation between m1 m2 and coefficient of x square, xy, y square. You know that m1 plus m2 is equal to minus 2h by b, m1 m2 is equal to a by b. Okay, so in straight lines you know the formula for tan theta. What is tan theta? Tan theta is equal to modulus of m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. If slopes of the two lines, straight lines, are m1 and m2, then angle between the lines tan theta equal to this one. But we have to express tan theta in terms of these coefficients. Coefficients of x square a, 2h, b, because this is the combined equation of the pair of lines. Okay, we know that m1 plus m2 equal minus 2hb, m1 m2 equal to a by b. So in here we can write m1 minus m2 equal to square root of a minus b equal to a plus b whole square. That means m1 plus m2 whole square minus 4m1 m2 by 1 plus m1 m2 is nothing but a by b. Just simply replace m1 m2 by a by b. Okay, now write down m1 plus m2 equal minus 2h by b and m1 m2 equal to a by b. So tan theta is equal to square root of m1 plus m2 minus 2h by b whole square minus 2h by b whole square minus 4 into a by b whole divided by 1 plus a by b. Okay, so now this we can write 4h square minus 4ab whole divided by b square, that means whole divided by b square under root by b plus a by b. Here root of b square and b get cancelled. So now the tan theta is tan theta equal to square. So 4h square minus 4ab is there. We can write 2 into root of something. So 2 into root of h square minus ab by modulus of a plus b. This is the formula for tan theta when the pair of line equation is like this. Ax square plus 2h xy plus by square equal to 0 represent two lines. It is a pair of line equation. So angle between the lines is tan theta equal 2 into root of h square minus ab by modulus of a plus b. Okay, if theta is 90, what will happen? It gets to infinity. It gives infinity. It is possible only when the denominator is 0. A plus b 0, already we discussed. A plus b 0, the two lines are perpendicular lines. Understand? So a plus b means coefficient of x square plus coefficient of x square 0 when the two lines are perpendicular. Here this form is applicable for non-vertical lines. If the slopes are defined and angle between them is not 90, then only we can apply this formula. Okay, see the statement. If a plus b not equal to 0, that means two lines are not perpendicular. The lines represented by h equal to 0 are not perpendicular. Okay, then tan theta equals 2 into root of h square minus ab by mod of a plus b. You can use any formula, cos theta or tan theta, to find angle between the pair of lines. Understand? See this problem. Show that the straight lines represented by 3x square plus 48xy plus 23y square equal 0 and 3x minus 2y plus 13 forms an equilateral triangle and the area is 13 by root 3. So you have to prove that this pair of lines and this line equation forms equilateral triangle. Okay, it is better to follow another method. It is enough to prove that the equation of the pair of line which is form an equilateral triangle with the help of this line is this one. Okay, understand? So first of all, consider the triangle is equilateral triangle. Just find out the pair of lines with the help of this line. The equation of pair of line forms an equilateral triangle with this passing through origin is this one. Okay, understand? So the given equation is the given equation is 3x minus 2y plus 13 equal to 0. Consider the triangle is equilateral. Consider, suppose otherwise, OAB is an equilateral triangle. Consider OAB is an equilateral triangle. That means angles are 60 degrees. Okay, this is the origin. These are the another points. This is the given line. We have to find out the combined equation of OA and OB. If combined equation of OA and B, OA and OB is equal to this pair of lines, that is over. Understand? So let us take the slope of OA or OB equal to say m. Let slope of OA is equal to m. Understand? Equation of OA is, equation of any line passing through origin is in the form of y equal to mx. Now equation of OA is y is equal to mx. Just we have to find out these two equations. So if you know the value of m, you can write the equation of OA and OB. Understand? Now come to the problem. It is enough to prove that it is enough to prove that equation of the pair of lines passing through origin and form an equilateral triangle with 3x minus 2y plus 13 equal to 0 is 3x square plus 48xy plus 23y square. We have to prove that the equation of the combined equation of pair of line passing through origin is this one. That means what will happen? The triangle formed by this and this is an equilateral. Okay, so Already triangle is equilateral, we assumed that. So angle is 60 degrees. Just apply tan theta for these two sides. Okay, tan theta is equal to, so angle at A, already angle at A is equal to 60 degrees. So apply tan theta for this angle. Tan 60 is equal to, what is the formula? Modulus of m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. This is the formula. Now slope of this line is equal to m. Find out the slope of this line. Let us say this is equal to first equation. Slope of 1 minus x quotient to y quotient, that means minus 3 by minus 2, that is equal to 3 by 2. Let it be m1 or m2. And the slope of y equal to m, let it be m2. Now substitute m1 and m2 values. Tan 60 is equal to root 3, that is equal to, what is m1 value? m1 is equal to 3 by 2 minus, what is the m? m2 is equal to m by 1 plus 3 by 2 into m. So now this total equation is in terms of m and constant. What is m? m is the slope of this line. So now observe this equation 2. From 2, what is m? m is equal to y by x. So simply replace m equal to y by x after simplifying this. So here we can write 3 minus 2m by 2 plus 3m. So now replace m by y by x from 2. From 2, m is equal to y by x. Then root 3 is equal to 3 minus 2 into y by x by 2 plus 3 into y by x. So now take LCM. 3x minus 2y by 2x plus 3y. Just squaring on both sides, you will get the second degree equation in terms of x and y that represents the equation of y and ob. Because m is the slope of the y or ob. Nothing will wrong. If y is equal to m, these two angles are equal, it may be slope of ob. Understand? So this the total expression in terms of x and y, just squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. Right. So then we will get 3 into 2x plus 3y whole square. 2x plus 3y whole square is equal to 3 into 2x plus 3y whole square into is equal to 3x minus 2y whole square. 3x minus 2y whole square. Now 3 into 4x square 9y square plus 12xy is equal to 9x square plus 4y square minus 12xy. 12xy. So from this we can write 12x square minus 9x square. 12x square minus 9x square, 3x square. 27y square minus 4y square, 23y square. 36xy plus 12xy, 48xy. So this is nothing but the given pair of lines. Therefore, the triangle OAB is equilateral. This is nothing but given pair of lines. So it is enough to prove that this is the meaning of this one. Okay, so the equation of the triangle found by the given lines is an equilateral there. So the triangle formed by given lines, the triangle formed by the given equations, equilateral. Now we have to find out the area. So all of you know, if the triangle is equilateral, the height is p, area of the equilateral triangle is p square by root 3. So just Draw the perpendicular from origin to AB. Let it be P. Just find out P. The perpendicular distance from origin to AB is the perpendicular distance from O to the line AB is P. Let us take P. That is equal to mod C by root of A square plus B square, 9 plus 4, 13. That is equal to 13 by root 13. That is equal to root 13. Now area of the Euclid triangle is area of the equilateral triangle. Triangle is P square by root 3. Here the P value is root 3. So this is equal to root 3 whole square by root 3. That is equal to root 13 whole square. 13 by root 3. This is the area, square units. See this theorem. If the equation ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0 represent pair of lines, the combined equation of the angular bisector, pair of bisectors of the angle between the lines is h into x square minus y square is equal to xy into a minus b or a minus b into xy. We have to find out the combined equation of the pair of lines. So what is the given equation? The given equation is h is equal to ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0. This represents two intersecting lines passing through origin. Okay, let us assume two lines, separate lines. Let y equal to m1x and y equal to m2x are the separate equations of two lines. Separate equations, two lines represented by one. Represented by so we know that m1 plus m2 is equal to minus 2h by b and m1 m2 is equal to a by b. These are the connections between the slopes and given equation. So suppose these are the positions of the two lines. Y, this is the first line, this is the second line. Let us take this is equal to equation 2 and this is equal to equation 3. Y is equal to m1x, y equal to m2x. Okay, so the slope of this line equal to m1. Its inclination, let us take the inclination of this line is theta 1. Inclination of this line is theta 2. Let theta 1 comma theta 2 are the inclinations of these two lines. Inclinations of 2 and 3 respectively. If theta 1, theta 2 the inclination, what about the slopes? Then tan theta 1 is equal to m1 because m1 is the slope of this line. Inclination is theta 1, tan theta equal to m1. And tan theta 2 is equal to m2. Understand? Just to introduce the two lines represented by 1. And the connection between m1 and m2 and the coefficients is these two. If m1 and m2 are so, these two have some inclinations. Let us take theta 1 theta 2 are the inclinations of the lines. The connection between the slope and inclination is these two. So observe this. So now we have to find out the bisectors. So let us assume this is the one of the bisectors. Internal, this is the another bisector. Let us assume y is equal to mx be the one of the angular bisector. Already this is passing through origin. This is the line passing through origin in the form of y equal to mx. Let us assume, let y is equal to mx be the one of the angular bisector. One of the angular bisector. Of OA and OB. OA and OB are the two lines. These lines, these are the equations of these two lines. Understand? So y equal to mx is one of the angular bisector of OA and OB. Let theta be its inclination. And theta be the its inclination. That means tan theta is equal to m, that is equal to y by x. This is the important relation. Understand? Y equal to mx with one of the angular bisector, its inclination with theta, then tan theta equal to m, that is equal to y by x. Now observe the figure. The inclination of this line is theta. From the figure, what is the relation between theta 1, theta and theta 2? Understand? Theta 2 minus theta is equal to this angle. Theta minus theta 1 equal to this angle. These two are equal because this is the angular bisector. From the figure, theta 2 minus theta is equal to theta minus theta 1. Theta 2 minus theta, this part, theta minus theta 1, this part. These two parts are equal. So from this we can write 2 theta is equal to theta 1 plus theta 2. You know the relation between theta 1 and m1. So just apply tan on both sides. So tan theta, 2 theta is equal to tan of theta 1 plus theta 2. We have to express in terms of h, x, y, a, b. Okay, these are the connections. Understand? So write down the formula for tan theta, that is tan 2 theta. 2 tan theta by 1 minus tan square theta. That is equal to tan a plus b, tan theta 1 plus tan theta 2 by 1 minus tan theta 1 into tan theta 2. Write down the values of tan theta. What is tan theta? Tan theta, tan theta 1, tan theta. Tan theta equal to m, that is equal to y by x. So this is equal to m, 2m by 1 minus m square. That is equal to tan theta 1 equal to m1, tan theta equal to m2 by 1 minus m1, m2. You know the value of m1 plus m2 minus 2h by b. m1, m2 equal to a by b, m is equal to y by x. Just replace m1, m2, m1, m. Okay, so now come to this. M is equal to y by x. 2 into y by x by 1 minus y square by x square. That is equal to m1 plus m2. m1 plus minus 2h by b by 1 minus m1, m2 a by b. See here 2 get cancelled. This implies y by x whole divided by x square minus y square by x square, that is equal to minus h by b minus a by b. b get cancelled. So now from this we can write xy by x square minus y square is equal to minus h by b minus a means h by a minus b. Understand? From this we can write h into x square minus y square is equal to a minus b into xy or xy into a minus b. This is the combined equation of the angular bisectors of the pair of lines given equation. Combined equation of the angular bisector of the given pair of lines. Understand? H into x square minus y square equal to a minus b into xy is the combined equation of the pair of lines, angular bisector of the pair of lines, ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0. This is the angular bisectors of h equal to 0. Okay. See this problem. Let us find the combined equation of the pair of bisectors of the angle between the pair of straight lines, represented by 6x square plus 11xy plus 3y square equal to 0. We have to find out the combined equation of the angular bisector of the pair of lines. What is the given equation? The given equation is 6x square plus 11xy plus 3y square equal to 0. Now what about a, b, h? We have a formula in terms of a, b, h. First of all, find out a, b, h. So now compare this equation with homogeneous second degree equation. Compare 1 with h equal to ax square 2hxy plus by square equal to 0. Here a is equal to x square coefficient is 6, 2h is equal to 11 xy coefficient and y square coefficient b equal to 3. So now what is the formula for combined equation of the angular bisector? The combined equation of the pair of bisectors of this equation is h equal to 0 is h into x square minus y square is equal to xy into a minus b. Okay, now write down the values of a, h, b. H is equal to 11, 2h is equal to 11, h equal to 11 by 2 into x square minus y square, that is equal to xy into a minus b, 6 minus 3. Okay, so this implies 11x square minus 11y square is equal to 6 minus 3 means 3, 3 into 2 6, 6xy. Therefore, the required equation is 11x square minus 6xy minus 11y square is equal to 0. See this theorem? Show that the product of the perpendicular distance from alpha comma beta to the pair of lines ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0 is modulus of a alpha square plus 2h alpha plus beta plus b beta square by root of a minus b whole square plus 4h square. First of all, we have to find out the perpendicular distance from alpha comma beta to the two lines. First of all, assume two lines. Okay, first of all, proof. What is the given equation? The given equation is h is equal to ax square 2hxy by square equal to 0. Let it be 1. So assume separate equations in place of this. Let y equal to m1x and y is equal to m2x are the separate equations of 1. Let it be 2 and 3. We know that m1 plus m2 is equal to minus 2h by b and m1 m2 is equal to a by b. Now we have to find out perpendicular distance from alpha comma beta to these two lines. Let us take d1 and d2. After that, find out the product. So what is the perpendicular distance from point to line? The perpendicular distance from x1 comma y1 to ax plus by plus c equal to 0 is modulus of ax1 plus by1 plus c by root of a square plus b square. This is the formula for perpendicular distance from point to the line. Here, let d1 be the perpendicular distance from alpha comma beta to y equal to m1x. Therefore, d1 is equal to modulus of m1 alpha minus beta by root of A square plus B square means M1 square plus 1. This is D1. And assume D2 be the remaining length. Let D2 be the perpendicular distance from alpha comma beta to y equal to m to x. Therefore, D2 is equal to modulus of m2 alpha minus beta by root of 1 plus m2 square. So we have to find out the product of these two. D1, D2 is equal to the product of the lengths. Lengths equal to product of the lengths equal to D1 D2, that is equal to modulus of m1 alpha minus beta by root of 1 plus m1 square, m2 alpha minus beta by root of 1 plus m2 square. Just simplify and replace m1 plus m2 and m1 m2 by a, b and h. Then we will get the answer. So see here, just to find out the multiplication. m1 m2 alpha square, m1 m2 alpha square minus m1 alpha beta minus m2 alpha beta plus minus beta into minus beta, beta square. That is the numerator. So multiply the denominator also. Root of 1 into 1, 1 plus m1 square plus m2 square plus m1 square, m2 square. Just we have to introduce a, b and h values in place of m1, m2. Okay. So m1, m2 is equal to a by b. A by b into alpha square. So from these two take alpha beta common, minus alpha beta into m1 plus m2 plus beta square is there. So in the denominator, just observe these terms. Here we can write, we know the value of m1 plus m2 and m1 m2 only. Okay, but this is in the form of a square plus b square. So here we can write a square plus b square m1 plus m2 whole square minus 2m1 m2 plus m1 m2 whole square. Understand? Just replace m1 m2 by a by b and m1 plus m2 by minus 2h by b. So now this is numerator value is a by b into alpha square minus alpha beta into minus 2h by b plus beta square whole divided by square root of m1 plus m2 minus 2h by b whole square, m1 m2 into a by b. So m1 plus m2 a square by b square. So now take LCM in the numerator and denominator, will get answer. A alpha square minus plus 2h alpha beta plus b beta square whole divided by b divided by, what about the LCM of the denominator under root? Here the LCM is b square. B square plus 4h square minus 2ab plus a square. Here the denominator is b. This b get cancelled. Root of b square and b get cancelled. The remaining is the answer. Here we can write a square plus b square minus 2ab, nothing but a minus b whole square. That is the required one. Modulus of a alpha square plus 2h alpha beta plus b beta square by a minus b whole square plus 4h square. That is the answer. So just write down the formula of a minus b whole square. A square minus 2ab plus b square. A minus b whole square plus 4h square. That is the denominator part. Just to see this one. Denominator. The numerator is already there. This b and this b square under root b square means b get cancelled. Okay, this theorem is very important. Understand?